Here is the UZI Tactical Pen, guys, and right now I'm going to roll in a clip right at the beginning and show you how I've been carrying this for duty every day for at least the past 2 weeks. I have used this as my everyday pen for duty. All right, guys, real quick, I just wanted to give you an idea of how I carry this UZI Tactical Pen. Been carrying this for 2 weeks now, and I wanted to carry it before I gave a review so I could see how it worked out and how I felt about it before I gave the review. And I carry this pen for duty, and I'm going to continue to carry this pen. That's how much I like it. So let me just kind of show you how I carry it, and I hope this is showing up good on camera. These are the 511 strike pants. I really like these pants. And over here I have an O-Light. It takes the one CR123 battery. This is the MIT Raider by O-Light in that pocket here. And you also have your side pockets here. Then in this one, I have my Spyderco Delica knife right here. Just kind of convenient to have it right there. And then right beside of it, I have the UZI Tactical Pen. And I really like this pen, guys. It really carries well. I have not had any instance of it coming out of my pocket. When I first started wearing these pants, I lost an ink pen. First, I started by carrying it on this side. I had to get the system down and see how I wanted to carry it with these pants. And when I first got these pants, I had an ink pen on this side. It was just a standard pen, and somehow during the course of a day, it came out of my pocket and I lost it somewhere. This pen here has never moved, has never been pushed up, or never even did any kind of movement whatsoever as far as coming out of the pocket. So I'm definitely secure that it's not, I think it's secure enough that I'm not going to lose this pen out of the pocket. Okay, guys, as you can see right here, the pen has a lot of nice knurling on it. This may be one of the reasons why it stays in the pocket so well, because I never had one instance of this slipping or moving out of the pocket whatsoever. The clip is also pretty secure. The spring is pretty tight. The spring tension on it is pretty tight. And I've not had one instance of this damaging my pants at all. I pull this in and out of my pocket a lot during the day for anything I have to write. Anytime I need a pen, I pull this in and out of my pocket, and this knurling has not done anything to my pants. The knurling is not real sharp, but yet it does provide a secure grip. So this does have a Fisher Space Pen cartridge in it. And there's also another type of pen cartridge you can use. I think it's a Parker. So here's that. And let's talk about how I came upon this, and then we'll go over some of the other stuff, and I'll show you how it writes and things like that. It does have an O-ring right here to kind of seal it when you're putting it back on. And you do have to screw the pen like this to get it out to write with. Now, I didn't know if I was going to like that too well. That's why I've been carrying this for duty every day, because I wanted to be sure what I thought of this before I made a review. I just didn't want to throw up a review. I wanted to carry this, and I've been carrying it for at least 2 weeks. But this is fine, and I've never had this turn in my pocket to where the pen was out when I pulled it out of my pocket. It's always been in there like that. So here's how I found this one, guys. I just basically went on the internet. I just wanted something new. I just wanted to see what was out there. And what I did was I went on the internet and I typed in tactical pen or top tactical pens or something like that. And this was one of the things that came up. Now, these are under $20. You can get them from $15 to $17, and there's a few different versions of this pen that you can buy. And this is the one I wanted to go with. It has a carbide tip in here. Now, I have watched some videos, not from the company that makes this, but from people that just did reviews on these. And I'm going to tell you what, this carbide tip will easily break out a car window, very easily, if you ever needed to for any reason. I've seen people demonstrate this on video, and this actually works better than the retractable batons that police use. So this would very much easily, this will scratch glass. I've seen a guy do it on one of his reviews. This carbide tip, he scratched a bottle. So it's really something that could come in useful if you needed it for that purpose. Another thing is defense. This pen is all the aircraft grade aluminum. Either end you could use like this, or you could use like this. And what it is with this is you're putting all the force into this little pressure point of this carbide tip. And if you were to hit somebody somewhere where there's a bone or on their head or something in a self-defense situation, like a last-ditch effort, all the pressure and force of you coming down with like a hammer fist exerted into this little point right here onto like somebody's skull. Now, guys, I'm talking about in a serious self-defense, life or death situation with this. You know, you don't play games, you know, with this kind of stuff. You know, if you're out there causing trouble on the street or something, or you're arguing with people, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a serious self-defense situation, robberies, things like that. But you could use this, and I think it would be effective. I'm only saying, though, using it in a last-ditch effort. Okay, I'm not saying carry this as your defense tool of choice, but it's there in case if you need it. Like if you got taken to the ground, let's say somebody came up and they wanted to mug you, and you tried to get away, and they took you to the ground, and you spun around, and you came up with this, and you hammer fisted them from up above onto the back of their skull. I'm sure that would do some damage and help get you out of there. Even better than that, though, is the capability of breaking out a car window if you ever needed to. Also, just think of like an emergency situation. Like I would definitely use this, like if, because this has happened before. Like let's say if a person locked the keys in the car and they had a pet or a child in the car. What you would do is go to the furthest window away from the child or the pet and go to the front or the back and the furthest window away diagonally, and you would break that window and enter the vehicle through that way. So in an emergency situation, windows can be replaced, people and pets can't. So that's why it's another reason to have something like this. I have seen videos before where a citizen has broke into a window where a lady accidentally locked her keys in the car and her child was in there, and it was, I forget what city it was in, but it was very hot, very humid, and they wanted to get the child air as soon as possible, and the child was fine, but he ended up like using a log or something. But with this, what you would want to do, you don't have to do this, but what you'd want to do is you'd want to go down to the corner of the window, like where your side mirror is, where basically the window is held more sturdy. There's not going to be much movement, and you could break it there. You could break the window anywhere, but if you go to where there's as little movement as possible with the glass, when you hit it, it's going to break even quicker. You just have to watch because your hand's going to be closer to the glass as it breaks, but this will do the job, no doubt. So let me go ahead and I'll just show you how it writes. It always writes well. It writes the first time, every time. Okay, I'll just give you a little demonstration here. Yeah, my writing's horrible, but, you know, I guess we're going to have to deal with it. But it writes the first time, every time. It's a pressurized cartridge, the Fisher Space Pen, so you could write upside down. You could write any way that you need to, and it's still going to write. The ink is not going to skip until it runs out of ink. So you are using a pressurized cartridge, which really, I don't know, the ink flows really nice. Like I said, guys, using this, carrying it on duty for 2 weeks, and it's worked for me every single time that I've used it, and it's never came out of the pocket or anything like that. So what do I say about this, guys? Just nobody recommended this to me. I just literally did an internet search, looking at tactical pens, went over to eBay, priced this out. I believe it was $17, and I picked one up. It came with a Fisher Space Pen cartridge. That's all I did. Just random seller on eBay. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for something neat. Now, the only thing I might discourage you from doing would be if you wear duty shirts, it may be a little heavy and a little big for your pen pockets on your sleeves of your duty shirt. So I would kind of advise against that. In the pants pocket and all that, it gives you enough room on the clip for any kind of pockets to fit up in there to the top. See what I'm saying? You got enough of a gap, so even if your pocket's a little wider in your pants, it'll go up to the top. But as far as a shirt sleeve duty carry, I don't know, this may be just a tad heavy. It doesn't feel too heavy when I write with it or when I carry it in my pants pocket. I think it feels great to me, and I plan on sticking with this for now, guys. In the future, if I find something better or if this changes, I'll let you know. But for now, this is my EDC and duty pen as of choice as of right now. All right, guys, until next time, this is DOF, and I am out.